So we've gotten down to the few moments that we've been waiting for. It's reunion time.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to pull my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What,
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta Reunion Part 1 for Season 11. And you know what? This part, it wasn't... I just felt like they were, I don't know, it was like pulling the car out of the driveway. Kinda. And then just getting into the street and then nothing happens. So it was like a slow start. But anyway, let's talk about what everybody had on. Porsha is very, very pregnant. Very pregnant. And actually, she really looks pretty. She's in all black, which was strange to me because I didn't think she'd be in all black. I thought she would be in a color, but she's not. She's in all black. But it looks nice. It looks, it's nice. Her hair is nice. It's like a pretty mess. Um, yeah, it looks all right. It looks okay. Candy's ponytail is nice. It is very youthful. She's a very bouncy. That's as soon as I seen her ponytail, I found myself doing like this in the screen. Very youthful. It's very youthful. Very much look like it would look very cute on Riley. Her gown just kind of looked like this. It just like something I was used to looking at. Like I'm used to looking at that. That's what it was. It was nothing, nothing major. There's no good, there's no bad. She just looks cool. She looks all right. Shamari, I thought looks nice. I think Shamari looks nice. She's in hunter green. It's this type of thing going on, like some beaded lace. She has long hair, side part. For Shamari, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It is like she's going through a huge fashion transition. Yeah, it was cool. NeNe looks just like what she is, a goddamn she demon. She is very dark. She's in black, all black. Hair pulled back in a ponytail. Like she literally is there to cast a spell on all of them. I said, well, welcome Maleficent, honey. It, it just, her whole look, everything about her look, her makeup, her hair, her attitude, everything just comes across as something sinister. And I'm just looking at her and I'm like, I won't even give her Maleficent because Maleficent actually was fashion forward. It's just old, sinister, dark, and evil. She just looks like an old damn charcoal briquette with a blonde wig on. Just something just sinister, ready to burn up. I was like, whatever. Would I wear it? Sure. I have my vampish moments, but yeah, it's nothing. It's not saying anything really other than sinister. Eva, when I saw a photograph, Eva stood out. I think it's a gown that will photograph well. It's very editorial. Um, But when you really get into it and you're looking at it in movement, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. She looks like a you ever see those baby dolls that you do something with them, you twist them or something, and they open up and they flap in the air? That's what she looks like one of those little fairy tale, one of those little fairies. And yeah, she looks like a fairy. That's exactly what she looks like, a fairy, and it's green, so that's not even helping. It's very Tinker 2000. Um, I hate the hair. I hate the hair. I love the when I saw the image again. Her look is very editorial, but when they pan the camera around the back, I hate it. It's like parted all around here. All this is slicked down, and then just has a flap. Very 45. That whole little flap, I kept looking at it, and I said, okay, so they just took your hair, pulled this part up, and then just took some damn razor and just and then molded it, put you under the dryer, blow dried that part, and said, "Bitch, work." I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's a dumb haircut. I was like, nope, nope. I saw what they were going for. I think it could have been done better. I think the blending and things could have been definitely done better. Um, but she looks like a nice picture. Nice picture. But in movement, mm-mm, mm-mm. And I hate the shoe. I absolutely hate the shoe. I don't like cumbersome heels though, at all. I don't like a chunky heel. I am definitely a stilt and stiletto fan. Always have been. I like a dainty, pretty, hurting ass shoe is what I like. I don't like them chunky, and that's chunky with a W. Chunky heels. I don't like that shit. So, nah. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on Eva's look. Let's see. Cynthia looks good. Very age appropriate. Um, Scaled down, but age appropriate. It's just nice. It's just nice. Um, that's it. No real standouts. And there's nobody really standing out. Then they have this koi pond, and it's very. Everybody's really paying attention to what's going on in the koi pond because the fish keep jumping. So I'm like, that's becoming aggravating already, really early on. But anyway, let's get into this. So Candy and Andy actually have this moment before we even get started where Candy is explaining to Andy, once we get out here, you need to know from the door. I watched that last episode, and Cynthia had no idea that Kenya was actually coming to that party. She did not know. It was edited to make it look like I was in some type of conspiracy. I don't even get down like that. So before we even get out there, that is not what went down. I was like, okay, interesting. So then you got Cynthia. Cynthia is telling Andy how she didn't actually know about NeNe, and she's just broken up. She's really like already breaking up and breaking down, and we ain't even got to all the way completely done with hair and makeup, and she's like just feeling really bad because there's been some bad blood with her and NeNe. NeNe is on the phone with Marlo, and the shit's on. I told you she was already in dark force mode, given that's her whole thing, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be a mess. Um, as she's claiming that the girls have an alliance against her. I'm like, whatever. So when they get out there, first things first, they start talking about NeNe not showing up for Porsha's events, and they get into a back and forth, back and forth. You're not very supportive. Well, neither are you. You're not supportive of this, that, and the other. And NeNe just is negating anything that Porsha has done, anything that Porsha has been to, and just being nasty. And Andy asked about, the girls who showed up for her baby showers and stuff. She's like, oh yeah, everybody was there except for Candy and NeNe. They were both out of town, but Candy, she said Candy went overboard. Candy said all kinds of stuff, and NeNe was like, she said, I don't know, I didn't see NeNe's gift, and NeNe's like, cause I didn't send one. I said, oh, okay, all right. Then she starts, saying, well, I was going to send a gift, this, that, and the other. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You need to stop sitting there. You know what I'm finding? NeNe's a bit of a liar. She's a bit of a liar. She really doesn't have a problem coming out and telling lies. Very unattractive. But yeah, she ain't about no gift. She ain't intending to come to the party. There was a question about where she actually really was. You saying one thing, but maybe it was or wasn't. Cynthia's vouching for her. I'm like, she gonna tear your ass up in a minute anyway, so you just hush up and sit over there. So they just went on with that, and she just was like being mean. And now, well, you didn't get in. Well, too bad. Then NeNe got into it with Eva. She got into a little thing with Eva, and Eva's like, "Oh, so is this where the attitude's coming from, girl? You feeling some kind of way?" And she gonna say, "What? What do you mean?" Eva said, "Girl, your energy is very much given around." I said, "Oh," she said, "Girl, don't try it with me, Eva." She was like, "Whatever." I was like, okay, mess. Um, yeah, it was a mess. Then there was a whole nother showdown with Eva and Ronnie's wife. Um, they had this whole little thing going back and forth about what she had said early on about her, the little shade that was thrown back and forth. And it just was, eh, no real big deal. They both kind of laughed it off, but they still were throwing daggers at each other. And Eva told her she didn't like her dress. She said, your dress is too long for you. And this, that, and the other. She said, well, you look like a tree. Yeah, so they both was kind of throwing daggers at each other still. Then Eva and Candy had the colorism talk from, you all remember, back in the beginning. And they were going back and forth a little bit. And Eva was just really playing stupid like she did. I was like, Eva, now you're going to get on my nerves. You're getting ready to get on my nerves, acting like you don't know what the hell Candy's talking about. That was about to drive me somewhere that I wasn't really trying to go. I was like, come on now, stop it. Even with Shamari, she was kind of, it was like, I was like, Eva, that playing Forrest Gump. Like, you don't know what your shade is and stuff. We ain't go down for that. Then I laughed at that going, Porsha. They started talking about Giovanna or Giovanna, whatever her name was. And Porsha said, no, now listen, what I'm hearing she was that bitch on the street, big booty and all, and she was more popular than Eva and that. And they were like laughing. It was like they did a whole thing. They were laughing at her. I said, I know she is somewhere like this, honey. Because they were laughing at her. They weren't laughing with her, they were laughing at her because she's a clown. She's an absolute clown. Last thing that they did with this, and that's why I said this was kind of dry. They started talking about unfriending and unfollowing each other, and how that just goes, about the unfollow. And I was like, okay, that's stupid. And then NeNe made a comment. Um, she said something about her good friends, and Cynthia said, well, I thought we were good friends. And she's like, oh no, well, you definitely must have misread something because you and I are not good friends. And I looked at Cynthia, and Cynthia's like, I said, girl, you already knew this was coming, so don't be sitting there. Don't start looking sad. Fire back at Maleficent. Well, I told y'all she's not Maleficent. Fire back at the damn charcoal briquette with the blonde wig on. Get out her ass. Don't be letting her push you around. So that was it. I thought it really was not much of anything. It was like pulling the car out of the driveway, and I guess we'll start driving down the street next week. They're gonna drag it out. You know how Andy did. Damn, bravo, Andy. Anyway, all right. So that's that, and I will talk to you guys next week when this gets moving. Because right now it's not going anywhere. Once it gets moving, we'll get to dragging. You all know how it goes. See y'all next week.